If you travel to an English-speaking country and you know zero English, then this video is just what you need. I am about to share with you 50 survival phrases that you need to learn to get by in any English-speaking country. So write them down somewhere on a piece of paper and take it with you. Hey, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you know that I will be adding 10 more phrases to that list, so stick around till the end for that. How to greet someone. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good evening, good evening. Good night, good night. How to say goodbye. See you later, see you later. See you tomorrow, see you tomorrow. I'll catch you later, I'll catch you later. Take it easy, take it easy. See you soon, see you soon. See ya, see ya. Take care, take care. Have a nice day, have a nice day. Have a good one, have a good one. How to introduce yourself. My name is your name. I am your name. I am from your country. I live in where you live. I am your age, years old. For example, my name is John. I am John. I am from England. I live in England. I am 10 years old. How to ask how someone is. How are you? How are you? How are you doing? How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How have you been? How have you been? How's it going? How's it going? How are things? How are things? What to say when you are grateful for something that someone has done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. Many thanks. Many thanks. What to say when someone says thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. No problem. No worries. No worries. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Anytime. Anytime. My pleasure. My pleasure. What to say when you don't understand what someone has said. I did not catch that. I did not catch that. Can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat that, please? What was that? What was that? Can you repeat what you just said? Can you repeat what you just said? Say that again. Say that again. Do you mind repeating that, please? Do you mind repeating that, please? Do you mind repeating what you just said? Do you mind repeating what you just said? I don't speak much English. Could you speak a little slower? I don't speak much English. Could you speak a little slower? Is there a restaurant around here? Is there a restaurant around here? Excuse me, where is the toilet? Excuse me, where is the toilet? I don't understand what you are saying. I don't understand what you are saying. I am hungry. I am hungry. I am thirsty. I am thirsty. Excuse me, where is the bus station? Excuse me, where is the bus station? Excuse me, where is the train station? Excuse me, where is the train station? Excuse me, do you know how to get to the bus station from here? Excuse me, do you know how to get to the bus station from here? Can I have a Big Mac, please? Can I have a Big Mac, please? How much is it? How much is it? So this video will be about vocabulary, about you building and broaden your vocabulary as well as pronunciation, right? So you will improve your vocabulary as well as your English pronunciation, all right? So let's go. Fast, 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 fast. And the first alternative, speedy, 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 speedy. The second alternative, quick. It's not quick, it's quick, quick, right? So instead of saying fast all the time, you can say speedy and or quick. Of course, there are many more, but in this video, I'm gonna give you 2 alternatives to each of them, as you can see right here. So fast, speedy, and quick. Instead of saying, wow, he's fast, you can say he's quick or he's speedy. Next, we have serious, serious, serious. Are you serious? Or this is a very serious situation. So you can say grave, 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 and critical, critical, critical. Serious, serious, grave, grave, and critical, critical. Okay? For example, this is a very serious situation, or his situation is very serious. You can say he's in a serious situation. You can say he's in a critical situation or grave situation. Okay? So serious, grave, and critical. Next we have very small, very small. So if you don't want to say or use very small all the time, you can say miniature. Now, the pronunciation of this word is a bit tricky. It's not miniature, it's miniature, 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 miniature. And the next alternative is petite, petite, petite. So very small, miniature, and petite, petite, okay? Or let's say miniature toy car, or let's say miniature horse or something like that. So like very small. If something is very small, you can say miniature or petite, okay? Next we have big, big. And this is really important. It's not big. This is something that a lot of English learners struggle with. The pronunciation of the I in English. Sometimes, well, most of the time, it's pronounced like as a short I or A sound like this. A. In this example, it's big, big, not big, it's big. And then the first alternative is enormous, 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 enormous. And the second one is gigantic, gigantic. So the letter I is pronounced either e as in big and I as in gigantic. Okay, so big, e, and I. Gigantic, right? It's not gigantic, it's gigantic. Ick, ick, big, ick, big, ick. Okay, so the next word is very similar. The pronunciation of the E or I is the same. It's not E, it's rich. It's not reach. Reach is something else. It's a different word. Okay, so rich, rich. You have affluent, 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 and prosperous, prosperous. So rich, affluent, and prosperous. For example, you can say my dad was a very affluent person in his 30s or something like that. Next we have smart, 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 smart. The first alternative we have clever, clever. Notice that I'm not saying clever, clever. Clever would be American pronunciation. This is British pronunciation. Okay, so clever, clever. The next alternative is bright, bright. Okay, bright. Well, I just realized that I didn't give you an example for big. Yeah, so that's a big house. You can say that's a gigantic house, or that's a big elephant. Well, elephants are big, right? Are very big. So you can say gigantic. So very big, you can say gigantic or enormous. Okay. And smart, you can say clever and bright. My friend is a bright person. My friend is very bright. It means that he is intelligent. He is smart. Okay. Bright. She's a bright student, which means she's a smart student. Next, we have slow. Slow. You can say sluggish. Again, the I. It's not sluggish. It's sluggish. Sluggish. Okay? And unhurried. Sluggish and unhurried. So these are alternatives to slow. If you have a car that is slow, you can say, my car is sluggish. Okay? It's not fast. You want a fast car, you want a quick car, you want a speedy car, but your car is slow, sluggish. Unhurried is in a different context. Unhurried is, say, you have a meeting or an appointment at the doctor's and you're running late, but still you just, taking your time, brushing your teeth like this, you are unhurried. You're doing everything in a unhurried manner. You're not hurrying. Yeah, right. So the next one we have tired. Tired. So in American pronunciation, they say, or American English, they say tired, tired. In British English, we say tired. I'm tired. You can say run down. I'm feeling a bit run down today. Feeling a bit run down. Or if you run for like an hour straight, you come back home and you're like, you're panting, like you're out of breath, you're exhausted. Or after a long day at work, you can say, I am exhausted, right? You're run down, you're tired, exhausted. And we also have funny, hilarious, 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 and amusing. Okay, if someone is funny, you can say, well, that was funny, that was hilarious, that was funny, or that was amusing. Yes.
Orange. Orange. She drank a glass of fresh orange juice. She drank a glass of fresh orange juice. Banana. Banana. He sliced a banana into his morning cereal. He sliced a banana into his morning cereal. Peach. Peach. The peach was juicy and delicious. The peach was juicy and delicious. Grapefruit. Grapefruit. He started his day with half a grapefruit. He started his day with half a grapefruit. Avocado. Avocado. Avocado toast is a trendy breakfast choice. Avocado toast is a trendy breakfast choice. Plum. Plum. The plum was perfectly ripe and juicy. The plum was perfectly ripe and juicy. Blueberry. Blueberry. Blueberry muffins are a breakfast favorite. Blueberry muffins are a breakfast favorite. Blackberry. Blackberry. I like to eat blackberries in the morning. I like to eat blackberries in the morning. Apricot. Apricot. High in vitamin A and C, apricots are delicious and nutritious. High in vitamin A and C, apricots are delicious and nutritious. Strawberry. Strawberry. Strawberry shortcake is a popular summer dessert. Strawberry shortcake is a popular summer dessert. Cherry. Cherry. The cherry pie was sweet and tart. The cherry pie was sweet and tart. Apple. Apple. She packed an apple in her lunch for a healthy snack. She packed an apple in her lunch for a healthy snack. Raspberry. Raspberry. She picked fresh raspberries from the garden. She picked fresh raspberries from the garden. Mango. Mango. The mango was ripe and sweet. The mango was ripe and sweet. Pineapple. Pineapple. They used fresh pineapple in the fruit salad. They used fresh pineapple in the fruit salad. Papaya. Papaya. She added papaya to the tropical smoothie. She added papaya to the tropical smoothie. Watermelon. Watermelon. We had watermelon at the picnic. We had watermelon at the picnic. Pear. Pear. He enjoyed a pear for dessert. He enjoyed a pear for dessert. Grape. Grape. A bunch of grapes makes a great snack. A bunch of grapes makes a great snack. Kiwi. Kiwi. Kiwi adds a nice touch to a fruit platter. Kiwi adds a nice touch to a fruit platter. Lemon. Lemon. Add a slice of lemon to your water for extra flavor. Add a slice of lemon to your water for extra flavor. Carrot. Carrot. She sliced carrots for the vegetable platter. She sliced carrots for the vegetable platter. Broccoli. Broccoli. Steamed broccoli is a healthy side dish. Steamed broccoli is a healthy side dish. Spinach. Spinach. Spinach is rich in iron and vitamins. Spinach is rich in iron and vitamins. Lettuce. Lettuce. They made a fresh salad with crisp lettuce. They made a fresh salad with crisp lettuce. Tomato. Tomato. He added tomato slices to his sandwich. He added tomato slices to his sandwich. Cucumber. Cucumber. Cucumber slices are refreshing in water. Cucumber slices are refreshing in water. Pepper. Pepper. Red bell peppers are sweet and crunchy. Red bell peppers are sweet and crunchy. Onion. Onion. The recipe calls for a finely chopped onion. The recipe calls for a finely chopped onion. Garlic. Garlic. Garlic adds a lot of flavor to dishes. Garlic adds a lot of flavor to dishes. Potato. Potato. She mashed the potatoes with butter and cream. She mashed the potatoes with butter and cream. Celery. Celery. Celery sticks are great with peanut butter. Celery sticks are great with peanut butter. Courgette. Courgette. Grilled courgette makes a tasty side dish. Grilled courgette makes a tasty side dish. Aubergine. Aubergine. Aubergine parmesan is a classic Italian dish. Aubergine parmesan is a classic Italian dish. Cauliflower. Cauliflower. Roasted cauliflower is a delicious snack. Roasted cauliflower is a delicious snack. Beetroot. Beetroot. Beetroot can be roasted or used in salads. Beetroot can be roasted or used in salads. Asparagus. Asparagus. Asparagus is best when grilled or steamed. Asparagus is best when grilled or steamed. Artichoke. Artichoke. They served steamed artichokes with a dip. They served steamed artichokes with a dip. Mushroom. Mushroom. The soup was made with wild mushrooms. The soup was made with wild mushrooms. Peas. Peas. Peas add a pop of color to any dish. Peas add a pop of color to any dish. Corn. Corn. Fresh corn on the cob is a summer treat. Fresh corn on the cob is a summer treat. Shrimp. Shrimp. The shrimp cocktail was served as an appetizer. The shrimp cocktail was served as an appetizer. Salmon. Salmon. Grilled salmon is a healthy dinner option. Grilled salmon is a healthy dinner option. Oyster. Oyster. Fresh oysters were served on the half shell. Fresh oysters were served on the half shell. Tuna. Tuna. He made a tuna salad sandwich for lunch. He made a tuna salad sandwich for lunch. Lobster. Lobster. They celebrated with a lobster dinner. They celebrated with a lobster dinner. Scallop. Scallop. Seared scallops were a hit at the dinner party. Seared scallops were a hit at the dinner party. Mackerel. Mackerel. Smoked mackerel is rich in flavor. Smoked mackerel is rich in flavor. Crab. Crab. She ordered the crab cakes at the restaurant. She ordered the crab cakes at the restaurant. Sardine. Sardine. He enjoyed sardines on toast for a quick snack. He enjoyed sardines on toast for a quick snack. Clam. Clam. Clam chowder is a popular soup in New England. Clam chowder is a popular soup in New England. Halibut. Halibut. The halibut was grilled to perfection. The halibut was grilled to perfection. Cod. Cod. Fish and chips are traditionally made with cod. Fish and chips are traditionally made with cod. Trout. Trout. The river trout was fresh and delicious. The river trout was fresh and delicious. Sea bass. Sea bass. Sea bass is a delicacy in many cuisines. Sea bass is a delicacy in many cuisines. Snapper. Snapper. Red snapper is commonly used in tropical dishes. Red snapper is commonly used in tropical dishes. Tilapia. Tilapia. Baked tilapia is a light and healthy meal. Baked tilapia is a light and healthy meal. Octopus. Octopus. Grilled octopus is a Mediterranean favorite. Grilled octopus is a Mediterranean favorite. Squid. Squid. Calamari is a popular appetizer made from squid. Calamari is a popular appetizer made from squid. Mussel. Mussel. Mussels in white wine sauce make a great dish. Chicken. Chicken. Grilled chicken is a staple in many households. Grilled chicken is a staple in many households. Beef. Beef. He ordered a medium-rare beef steak. He ordered a medium-rare beef steak. Pork. Pork. Pork chops were on the menu for dinner. Pork chops were on the menu for dinner. Lamb. Lamb. Roast lamb is a classic holiday dish. Roast lamb is a classic holiday dish. Turkey. Turkey. They cooked a turkey for Thanksgiving. They cooked a turkey for Thanksgiving. Duck. Duck. Duck breast is often served with a fruity sauce. Duck breast is often served with a fruity sauce. Ham. Ham. They had a honey-glazed ham for Easter. They had a honey-glazed ham for Easter. Bacon. Bacon. Crispy bacon is a breakfast favorite. Crispy bacon is a breakfast favorite. Sausage. Sausage. He grilled sausages for the barbecue. He grilled sausages for the barbecue. Veal. Veal. Veal Parmigiana is a popular Italian dish. Veal Parmigiana is a popular Italian dish. Venison. Venison. Venison stew is hearty and flavorful. Venison stew is hearty and flavorful. Goat. Goat. Goat curry is a specialty in many cultures. Goat curry is a specialty in many cultures. Rabbit. Rabbit. Rabbit stew is a traditional dish in some regions. Rabbit stew is a traditional dish in some regions. Quail. Quail. Roasted quail is a delicacy. Roasted quail is a delicacy. Bison. Bison. Bison burgers are a lean alternative to beef. Bison burgers are a lean alternative to beef. Prosciutto. Prosciutto. Prosciutto is a thinly sliced Italian ham. Prosciutto is a thinly sliced Italian ham. Pepperoni. Pepperoni. Pepperoni is a popular pizza topping. Pepperoni is a popular pizza topping. Brisket. Brisket. Smoked brisket is a barbecue favorite. Smoked brisket is a barbecue favorite. Meatball. Meatball. Spaghetti and meatballs is a classic dish. Spaghetti and meatballs is a classic dish. Almond. Almond. She sprinkled sliced almonds on her salad. She sprinkled sliced almonds on her salad. Walnut. Walnut. Walnut brownies are rich and delicious. Walnut brownies are rich and delicious. Cashew. Cashew. Cashews are often used in stir-fries. Cashews are often used in stir-fries. Peanut. Peanut. Peanut butter is a beloved spread. Peanut butter is a beloved spread. Hazelnut. Hazelnut. Hazelnuts are used in many chocolate desserts. Hazelnuts are used in many chocolate desserts. Pecan. Pecan. Pecan pie is a staple at Thanksgiving. Pecan pie is a staple at Thanksgiving. Rice. Rice. She served the curry with steamed rice. She served the curry with steamed rice. Quinoa. Quinoa. Quinoa is a nutritious alternative to rice. Quinoa is a nutritious alternative to rice. Oats. Oats. Oatmeal is a healthy breakfast option. Oatmeal is a healthy breakfast option. Barley. Barley. Barley is often used in soups and stews. Barley is often used in soups and stews. Couscous. Couscous. Couscous is a staple in North African cuisine. Couscous is a staple in North African cuisine. Buckwheat. Buckwheat. Buckwheat pancakes are a hearty breakfast. Buckwheat pancakes are a hearty breakfast. Chia. Chia. Chia seeds are added to smoothies for extra nutrients. Chia seeds are added to smoothies for extra nutrients. Flaxseed. Flaxseed. Flax seeds are often used in baking. Flax seeds are often used in baking. Wheat. Wheat. Whole wheat bread is healthier than white bread. Whole wheat bread is healthier than white bread. Cornmeal. Cornmeal. Cornbread is made from cornmeal. Milk. Milk. She drinks a glass of milk every morning. She drinks a glass of milk every morning. Cheese. Cheese. A cheese platter is perfect for parties. A cheese platter is perfect for parties. Butter. Butter. She spread butter on her toast. She spread butter on her toast. Yogurt. Yogurt. Yogurt with granola makes a healthy breakfast. Yogurt with granola makes a healthy breakfast. Cream. Cream. Whipped cream is a popular dessert topping. Whipped cream is a popular dessert topping. Ice cream. Ice cream. They went out for ice cream on a hot day. They went out for ice cream on a hot day. Sour cream. Sour cream. Sour cream is used as a topping for baked potatoes. Sour cream is used as a topping for baked potatoes. Buttermilk. Buttermilk. Buttermilk is used in pancake recipes. Buttermilk is used in pancake recipes.
Did you know that mastering just a few key grammar rules can drastically improve your fluency in English? If you learn these rules, you will speak and write English better than all of those students who don't study grammar and think that learning English grammar is a waste of time. In this video, you will learn the essential grammar rules that you must know to speak and write English, not only fluently, but correctly, which is a whole different thing. This will give you an advantage over all of those students who don't study English grammar. I will cover key grammar rules such as subject-verb agreement, verb tenses, prepositions, articles, sentence structure, and much more. Don't go anywhere. Let's get started. Let's take a look at parts of speech. Now, understanding the parts of speech in English is crucial as they form the building blocks of English grammar. Let's take a look at nouns. What are nouns? Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. For example, dog, city, happiness. Pronouns. What are pronouns? These are words that replace nouns. For example, I, he, she, it, you, they, them, we. These are called pronouns in English. Verbs. What are verbs in English? Verbs are words that express actions or states. For example, run, is, walk, speak, plan, become, get, play, and eat. Adjectives. What are adjectives? These are words that describe nouns. For example, big, beautiful, tired, funny, sunny, tall, short. Adverbs. What are adverbs in English? Adverbs are words that modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. For example, quickly, very. These are adverbs. Prepositions. What are prepositions in English? These are words that show relationships between nouns and or pronouns and other words in a sentence. For example, in, on, at. These are a pain in the butt. They are very important, but they are a headache. Next, conjunctions. These are words that connect words, phrases, or clauses. For example, and, but, or. Interjections. These are words that express strong emotions. For example, wow, or oh, oh. Now, let's take a look at sentence structure in English. A basic sentence in English typically follows the subject, verb, object order, also known as SVO. Subject: who or what the sentence is about. Verb: what the subject is doing. Object: what is affected by the action. For example, she eats an apple. She is the subject, eat is the verb, and an apple is the object. Now, let's take a look at verb tenses. Tenses indicate the time of action. The three primary tenses in English are the present tense, past tense, and future tense. Simple present describes habitual actions or general truths. Examples: she reads a book every night. She reads a book every night. They play football on weekends. They play football on weekends. He works at a bank. He works at a bank. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. We drink coffee every morning. We drink coffee every morning. Present continuous describes actions happening right now. She is reading a book right now. She is reading a book right now. They are playing football in the park. They are playing football in the park. He is working on a project. He is working on a project. The sun is shining brightly. The sun is shining brightly. We are having lunch together. We are having lunch together. Present perfect describes actions that happened at an unspecified time or started in the past and continue to the present. She has read that book already. She's read that book already. They have played football many times. They have played football many times. He has worked at the bank for 5 years. He has worked at the bank for 5 years. The sun has risen by the time I wake up. The sun has risen by the time I wake up. We have drank all the coffee. We have drunk all the coffee. Simple past describes actions that happened at a specific time in the past. She read a book yesterday. She read a book yesterday. They played football last weekend. They played football last weekend. He worked at the bank last year. He worked at the bank last year. The sun set at 6 p.m. The sun set at 6 p.m. We ate dinner at 7 p.m. We ate dinner at 7 p.m. Past continuous describes actions that were happening at a specific time in the past. She was reading a book when I called. She was reading a book when I called. They were playing football when it started to rain. They were playing football when it started to rain. He was working on his project all night. He was working on his project all night. The sun was setting as we arrived. The sun was setting as we arrived. We were eating dinner when the phone rang. We were eating dinner when the phone rang. Past perfect describes actions that were completed before another action in the past. She had read the book before the exam. She had read the book before the exam. They had played soccer, well, I like to say football, before it started to rain. They had played football, soccer, before it started to rain. He had worked at the bank before he moved to another city. He had worked at the bank before he moved to another city. The sun had set by the time we reached home. The sun had set by the time we reached home. We had eaten dinner before the guests arrived. We had eaten dinner before the guests arrived. Simple future describes actions that will happen. She will call you tomorrow. She will call you tomorrow. We will visit the museum next week. We will visit the museum next week. He will start his new job on Monday. He will start his new job on Monday. They will buy a new house soon. They will buy a new house soon. I will attend the meeting at 10 a.m. I will attend the meeting at 10 a.m. Future continuous describes actions that will be happening at a specific time in the future. I will be working on the project all day. I will be working on the project all day. They will be traveling to Paris this time next month. They will be traveling to Paris this time next month. She will be studying for her exams this weekend. She will be studying for her exams this weekend. We will be having dinner at 7 p.m. We will be having dinner at 7 p.m. He will be driving to the airport at 6 a.m. He will be driving to the airport at 6 p.m. 6 a.m. Future perfect describes actions that will be completed before a specific time in the future. By next year, he will have finished his degree. By next year, he will have finished his degree. By tomorrow, she will have completed the report. By tomorrow, she will have completed the report. By 5 p.m., they will have arrived at their destination. By 5 p.m., they will have arrived at their destination. By next week, we will have launched the new product. By next week, we will have launched the new product. By the end of the month, I will have saved enough money for the trip. By the end of next month, I will have saved enough money for the trip. Be going to. Used to express intentions, plans, predictions, or future events that are already decided or likely to happen. It is often used when there is evidence or an intention behind the future action. Structure. It's formed with the subject plus am or is or are, depending on the pronoun that you used before. Present form of to be plus going to plus base form of the verb. Let's have a look at some examples to help you understand how to use be going to. I am going to buy a new car next month. I am going to buy a new car next month. I'm planning to buy a new car next month. They are going to visit their grandparents this weekend. They are going to visit their grandparents this weekend. They are planning. They have the intention to go and visit their grandparents. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain soon. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain soon. She is going to ace the exam because she studied very hard. There is evidence. Now, the first example, there is evidence that it's going to rain because the clouds are dark. In the second example, there is evidence that she's going to ace the exam because she studied very hard. So I'm confident to say that she's going to ace it. Why? Because there is evidence she studied very hard. Moving on. We're going to have a party for Sarah's birthday next Saturday. Right? So, about an event, a future event. Already decided. We're going to have a party for Sarah's birthday next Saturday. He's going to start his new job in September. He is going to start his new job in September. I'm going to clean the house later today. I'm going to clean the house later today. Are you going to watch the football match tonight? Are you going to watch the football match tonight? They're going to win the competition. They've been practicing for months, right? I'm confident that they're going to win because they've been practicing for months. She's going to get the promotion. Why?
because her performance has been outstanding. Outstanding. This is a nice word. I like it. This is outstanding. Now, let's take a look at this interesting topic. Prepositions in English. Oh, such a headache. All right, let's dive in. Prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. Common prepositions include at, on, in when we are talking about time, at, on, in when we are talking about place, to, from, towards, about direction. Let's take a look at some examples. She will arrive in 10 minutes. She will arrive in 10 minutes. Number 2. We have a meeting on Friday morning. We have a meeting on Friday morning. Number 3. The package will be delivered at noon. The package will be delivered at noon. Number 4. He usually goes jogging in the evening. He usually goes jogging in the evening. We're talking about time here, all right? The concert is happening on Saturday night. The concert is happening on Saturday night. Let's move on. She is waiting for you at the bus stop. She is waiting for you at the bus stop. Number 2. The keys are on the kitchen counter. The keys are on the kitchen counter. Number 3. There is a beautiful painting hanging in the living room. There is a beautiful painting hanging in the living room. Number 4. They are having a picnic in the park. They are having a picnic in the park. Number 5. The restaurant is located on Main Street. The restaurant is located on Main Street. She walked to the store to buy milk. She walked to the store to buy milk. Number 2. They are driving from the airport to the hotel, from point A to point B, all right? They are driving from the airport to the hotel. Number 3. The children ran towards the playground. The children ran towards the playground. They ran towards the playground. They were heading towards the playground. Number 4. He is heading to the office for a meeting. He is heading to the office, heading that way for a meeting. And number 5. We waved goodbye from the train station. We waved goodbye from the train station. Now, let's explore the world of articles in English. Well, articles are used before nouns to define them as specific or unspecific. There are 2 types of articles: definite article and indefinite article. Now, definite article is the, which is pronounced the or the, depending on the context. The or the is used for specific nouns. For example, the book is on the table. No, the book on the table is mine. The book on the table is mine. Indefinite articles, a and an. We have 2. They are used for non-specific nouns. Non-specific nouns. For example, She wants a book. Now, I want to point out that in this sentence can be pronounced in two ways. You can say she wants a book. When you speak fast in a natural speed, you just say she wants a book. However, you can also say she wants a book. In English can be pronounced as a, and, or a, depending on the context. She wants a book. She wants a book. Same thing. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, let's take a look at subject-verb agreement. The subject and verb in a sentence must agree in number, singular or plural. For example, singular, she runs fast. She likes apples. She is singular. Therefore, run needs to be in the singular form as well. You can't say he ran fast, because run is the plural or infinitive of the verb to run. Therefore, he runs fast. Likewise, here you can't say she like apples. No, it's wrong. If the pronoun that you're using is in singular, then the verb must be in singular as well, and vice versa. Plural, you have they run fast. You can't say they runs fast. They is plural. Therefore, run needs to be in the plural form as well. They run fast. Likewise, you like apples and not you likes apples. All right? Now, let's take a look at adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives modify nouns, while adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. For example, she has a beautiful dress. Beautiful here is an adjective. All right? She has a beautiful dress. The weather is sunny today. Sunny is an adjective. All right? Now, adverb. She sings beautifully. Now, beautifully is an adverb because it is modifying the word beautiful, which is an adjective. Okay? He drives carefully. He drives carefully. Carefully is an adverb. The adjective for carefully would be careful. Okay? Be careful. Careful is an adjective. Now, let's take a look at conjunctions. Conjunctions connect words, phrases, or clauses. They are categorized into coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and, so. They connect equal parts. Subordinating conjunctions: because, although, since, if. They connect independent clauses to independent clauses. Correlative conjunctions: either or, neither nor, both and. They work in pairs to join equal parts. Coordinating conjunctions. Examples: nor. She neither ate nor drank during the meeting. But. He wanted to go outside, but it started raining. And. They went to the park and played on the swings. So, the weather was hot, so they decided to go swimming. Yet, she studied hard, yet she didn't pass the exam. 4. He bought flowers for his mother's birthday. Or, do you want tea or coffee for breakfast? Now, let's take a look at subordinating conjunctions. Because. She stayed home because it was raining. Although it was late, he still called to say hello. Since it's your birthday, we're going to celebrate with a cake. If you need help, just ask and I'll assist you. Now, let's take a look at correlative conjunctions. Either or. You can either have coffee or tea for breakfast. Neither nor. Neither the cat nor the dog wanted to go outside in the rain. Both and. She enjoys both reading books and watching movies in her free time. If you watched until the end, thank you. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell to receive a notification when we upload a new video. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Since, for, and during. What's the difference? Since is used to refer to a specific point in time when an action began or to indicate the starting point of a period of time. It is also used to introduce the cause or reason for something. It implies a continuous action from a specific past point up to the present. Example sentences. I have been studying English since 2010. Starting from 2010 until now, I've been studying English. Since you're here, let's discuss the project. Because you're here now, let's discuss the project. Number 2. For. For is used to indicate the duration of time during which an action or event occurs. It specifies the length of time. It's used when talking about a period of time rather than a specific point. Example sentences. I have lived in this city for 5 years. The duration of time I have lived here is 5 years. She has been waiting for an hour. She has waited for the duration of 1 hour. Number 3. During. During is used to indicate when something happens within a particular period or throughout the existence of something else. It is used to specify a time frame within which an event occurs. Example sentences. I fell asleep during the movie. At some point within the duration of the movie, I fell asleep. The accident happened during rush hour. The accident occurred within the time frame of rush hour. Remember, since focuses on the starting point of an action or event and implies continuity up to the present. For specifies the duration of an action or event, and during specifies when an action or event occurs within a particular time frame. I hope you liked today's video. See you in the next one. There are 3 common ways to pronounce ed endings: t, d, and id. Here is how they work along with some example sentences. The first one, t pronunciation.
used when the base form of the verb ends in a consonant sound, such as p, k, s, sh, f, etc. The ed sound ending is pronounced as t, t. Example sentences. Walked. She walked to the store yesterday. She walked to the store yesterday. Jumped. The cat jumped over the fence. The cat jumped over the fence. Hissed. The snake hissed loudly. The snake hissed loudly. Laughed. Laughed. They laughed at the joke. They laughed at the joke. Number 2. D pronunciation. Used when the base form of the verb ends in a voiced consonant sound, such as b, g, z, v, j, etc. The ed ending is pronounced as d. Example sentences. Grabbed. He grabbed the book from the shelf. He grabbed the book from the shelf. Played. The children played in the park. The children played in the park. Closed. She closed the door quietly. She closed the door quietly. Lived. They lived in the city for many years. They lived in the city for many years. Number 3. Id pronunciation. Used when the base form of the verb ends in a t sound or a d sound. The ed ending is pronounced as id. Example sentences. Wanted. She wanted to go to the beach. She wanted to go to the beach. Needed. He needed to spend some time alone. He needed to spend some time alone. Decided. They decided to take a trip together. They decided to take a trip together. Treated. The doctor treated the patient with care. The doctor treated the patient with care. Remember, these rules apply to regular verbs in their past simple or past participle forms. Irregular verbs may have different past tense forms altogether. Practicing these examples can help improve your pronunciation of ed endings in English.
Hi, I'm Bruno. Today, I want to go over 12 confusing verbs in English using lots of examples so that you can understand how to use them when you're speaking in English. Let's get started. Our first pair of verbs is to hear and to listen. To hear, this verb refers to the perception of sound with our ears, whether intentional or unintentional. Examples using the verb to hear. I heard a strange noise coming from the kitchen last night. She heard her name being called, but she wasn't sure from where. To listen. This verb implies actively paying attention to and making an effort to understand or perceive sounds. Please listen to what I'm saying. It's important. I enjoy listening to music. In summary, hear simply refers to the perception of sound, whether intentional or not, while listen implies actively paying attention to and making an effort to understand what is being said or what is being heard. Next, we have bring and take. Bring. This verb indicates movement towards the speaker's current location. It implies that the object or person is being moved to where the speaker is. For example, could you please bring the book to me? Don't forget to bring your umbrella. Take. This verb indicates movement away from the speaker's current location. It implies that the object or person is being moved from where the speaker is to another or different location. For example, I need to take my car to the mechanic. I need to take it from here to the mechanic. Could you take these documents to the office? In summary, bring is used when something is being moved toward the speaker's location, while take is used when something is being moved away from the speaker's location, all right? Next we have lend and borrow. Lend refers to giving something to someone temporarily with the expectation that it will be returned, right? This is lend. For example, I can lend you £50 until you get paid next week. I can give it to you temporarily, but I expect you to give it back. All right, so I'm gonna lend my money to you. I want you to give it back at some point. All right, could you lend me your pen for a moment? Could you lend me? So I'm gonna be lending my pen to you. All right, now borrow. Okay, so borrow refers to taking something from someone temporarily with the intention of returning it later. For example, I need to borrow your car for the weekend. She borrowed a book from the library yesterday. So she took it, she borrowed it, but she's gonna return it, all right? In summary, to lend is to give temporarily, to borrow is to take from someone temporarily, all right? So next we have come and go. Come indicates movement towards the speaker's current location. It is used when the subject is moving towards the speaker. For example, please come to my house for dinner tonight, right? So I am begging someone, must be someone really special, to come to my house for dinner, all right? To come from that place to my place, all right? Come from point A to point B. I'll come to the office as soon as I finish this task. Now go. This verb indicates movement away from the speaker's current location, all right? So it's used when the subject is moving away from the speaker. For example, I need to go to the grocery store to buy some milk, all right? I need to go. I need to leave my house and go to the grocery store to buy some milk, all right? To the shop to buy some milk. She went to Paris for her vacation last year. In summary, to come is used when the movement is towards the speaker's current location, while to go is to go away from the speaker's current location, right? Come to me, go away, okay? Go. Next we have waste and spend. Waste implies using resources in a careless, inefficient, or unproductive manner. For example, don't waste your time, there you go, watching TV all day. Go out and do something productive. She wasted her money on drinks. Not very wise. Spend. This verb implies using your resources like money in exchange for goods or services or experiences, all right? For example, I spent £100 on groceries this week. He spends most of his income on rent and utilities. In summary, to waste implies using resources carelessly, while spend implies purposefully allocating resources, typically money, in exchange for goods, services, or experiences. Next up we have remember and remind. To remember is when someone recalls or retains information or experiences in their mind. For example, I remember my first day of school. Please remember to turn off the lights before you leave. To remind is used when someone helps another person remember something or brings something to their attention. For example, can you remind me to call my mom later? The smell of coffee reminds me of my childhood. In summary, remember is used when recalling information or experiences from your memory. Remind is used when you help someone else recall something or bring something to their attention. Made of indicates that the substance or material mentioned forms the basic composition or structure of the object. For example, the table is made of wood. The house is made of bricks. The necklace is made of gold. Made from implies that the final product has undergone a transformation or conversion from its original state into something else. It suggests that the material has been processed or altered. For example, paper is made from recycled materials. Wine is made from fermented grapes. Bread is made from wheat flour. Made out of is similar to made of, but it often conveys a sense of creativity. It emphasizes the process of construction or creation. For example, the artist made a collage out of magazine cuttings. The children built a fort out of cardboard boxes. She made a sculpture out of clay. Many English words are shortened in casual and informal conversation. Can you guess the shortened version of these words and phrases in English? Let's get started. Best friends forever. Best friends forever. BFF. Buttocks. Buttocks. Butt. Abdominal muscles. Abdominal muscles. Abs. Advertisement or advertisement. Ad. Application. Application. App. Be right back. Be right back. BRB. Administration. Administration. Admin. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Carbs. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. NGL. Talk to you later. Talk to you later. TTYL. Conversation. Conversation. Convo. Brother. Brother. Bro. Celebrity. Celebrity. Celeb. Delicious. Delicious. Delish. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congrats. Doctor. Doctor. Doc. Favorite. Favorite. Fave. Fabulous. Fabulous. Fab. February. February. Feb. Graduate. Graduate. Grad. Hamburger. Hamburger. Burger. identification, identification. ID, information, information. Info, introduction, introduction. Intro, maximum, maximum. Max, picture, picture. Pick, prepare, prepare. Prep, problems, problems. Probs, professional, professional. Pro, referee, referee. Ref, rehabilitate, rehabilitate. Rehab, repetitions, repetitions. Reps, sister, sister. Sys, website, website. Site, substitute, substitute. Sub, university, university. Uni, vegetable, vegetable. Veggie, vocabulary, vocabulary. Vocab. Good morning, how are you today? Good morning, I'm doing well, thank you. I've been trying to watch English movies and TV shows, but I'm having trouble understanding them. That's completely normal, especially if you're just starting out. Watching movies and TV shows in English is a great way to improve your language skills, but it can be challenging at first. What specific difficulties are you facing? I think they speak too fast, and I can't catch all the words. Also, the slang and expressions are so confusing. I understand English speakers can indeed speak quickly, and the use of slang can be tricky. Let's break it down. First, with speed. It's essential to remember that even native speakers can struggle with fast dialogue. What you can do is start with movies or TV shows that have clear and slower speech. Have you tried watching with subtitles? Yes, I have, but I find myself focusing too much on reading the subtitles and not enough on listening. That's a common challenge. Try this. Watch a scene without subtitles first, just to get a sense of the overall context. Then watch it again with subtitles to catch the details. Gradually, you'll find yourself relying less and less on subtitles as your listening skills improve. That sounds like a good idea. I'll give it a try. Great. Now, about slang and expressions. These can indeed be confusing. English has a lot of idioms and slang. My suggestion is to pick up a good English dictionary or use online resources to look up phrases that you don't understand. Additionally, there are websites and apps that specifically focus on teaching English idioms. I'll make sure to do that. It's just frustrating when I don't get what they are saying. I completely understand your frustration. Remember, language learning is a gradual process. It's okay not to understand everything at once. What matters is that you're making an effort to improve. Also, try to watch movies or shows with simple plots initially. You can follow along more easily. That makes sense actually. I'll start with simpler content and work my way up. Perfect. And don't hesitate to pause and rewind when you need to. Repetition is key to understanding and retaining new information. Now, let's talk about practicing outside of watching movies and TV shows. Have you tried listening to English podcasts or music? Not really. I didn't think about that. Podcasts and music can be excellent supplementary tools. Podcasts often have slower, clear speech, and music can help you get used to the rhythm and intonation of the language. It's a different kind of exposure that can really enhance your overall understanding. I will add that to my routine. Thanks for the suggestion. You're welcome. Language learning is about immersion and practice. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more comfortable you'll become. Also, consider finding a language exchange partner or joining an English-speaking club. Conversing with native speakers can significantly improve your speaking and listening skills. That sounds like a good idea. I will look into that as well. Great. Keep in mind that progress takes time. So be patient with yourself. Consistent practice and exposure will lead to improvement. If you have any more questions along the way, feel free to ask. Happy learning. Do you often come across phrases in English movies, TV shows, radio, music that don't always make sense when translated word for word? You can't understand them, right? I know, it's so frustrating. I know. Let's jump right in. First up, we have a piece of cake. This idiom means that something is very easy and can be done effortlessly. For example, this test was a piece of cake. This is a very popular idiom that you have to know and use in your conversations. Next is break a leg. To break a leg, which is a phrase used to wish someone good luck, especially in performances. It's believed that saying good luck directly can bring bad luck. So this phrase is used instead. For example, break a leg in your audition. Moving on, we have hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. This idiom means to do or say something exactly right or accurately. For example, he hit the nail on the head with his explanation. This idiom is great for expressing agreement or acknowledging someone's correct analysis. Next up, cat got your tongue. This phrase is often used when someone is unusually quiet, and it means that someone is unable to speak or has nothing to say. For example, why aren't you saying anything? Did the cat get your tongue? Another very common idiom is barking up the wrong tree. This means that someone is pursuing the wrong course of action or directing their efforts towards the wrong person or thing. For example, if you think I can help you, you are barking up the wrong tree. You are wrong, dead wrong. A very commonly used idiom is break the ice. To break the ice. It means to do something to ease the tension in a new or awkward situation and start a conversation. For example, I decided to break the ice by telling a joke. How clever is that? Next, we have cost an arm and a leg, which means something is very expensive. For example, the new iPhone 15 costs an arm and a leg. Another widely popular idiom is spill the beans. This means to reveal a secret or tell something that was supposed to be kept a secret. For example, John spilled the beans about the surprise party we had planned. Moving on, we have in a nutshell. This idiom is used to indicate that you're saying something in a concise or brief or summary way. For example, can you explain the concept in a nutshell? Can you sum it up? Right. Yeah. Next, a blessing in disguise, which is used to describe something that seems bad or unfortunate, but eventually turns out to be beneficial or a good thing. For example, getting laid off from my job turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I started my own business. Another common one is hit the hay. It means to go to bed or to go to sleep. For example, I'm feeling tired. I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Next up we have break a habit. This idiom means to change a behavior or pattern, typically a bad one. For example, I am trying to break my habit of biting my nails. Not easy, man. Another popular one is a dime a dozen. This means that something is very common and not unique or valuable. Those t-shirts are a dime a dozen. Everyone has one. Moving on to between a rock and a hard place. This idiom is used to describe a difficult situation where you have to make a tough decision. For example, I'm between a rock and a hard place trying to decide between two job offers. It's kind of hard. Next up we have see eye to eye, which is used to describe two people who agree on something. For example, I finally convinced my boss that my idea was right and we see eye to eye now. Another popular idiom is steal someone's thunder. This means to take credit for someone else's idea or plan. For example, he stole my thunder by announcing my idea before I could. Moving on to actions speak louder than words. This idiom means that what you do is more important than what you say. For example, I appreciate your apology, but your actions speak louder than words. Another very common one is to burn the midnight oil, which means to work or study late into the night. For example, I need to burn the midnight oil if I want to ace my exam tomorrow. Next up, we have once in a blue moon. This idiom is used to describe something that happens very rarely or only happens on special occasions. For example, I only go to theme parks once in a blue moon. Another popular one is butterflies in your stomach. This means to feel nervous or anxious before something important or exciting. For example, I always get butterflies in my stomach before a big presentation. Moving on, we have bite the bullet. This means to face a difficult or uncomfortable situation with courage or resilience. For example, I had to bite the bullet and ask for a rise. Another very important idiom is to keep your chin up. This means to maintain a positive attitude despite difficulties or challenges. For example, I know things are tough now, but keep your chin up. It will get better. Next up, we have learn the ropes. This idiom means to learn the basics of a task or a new job. For example, I'm still learning the ropes at my new job. Next, we have under the weather. This means to feel unwell or sick. For example, I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm going to stay home today. Idioms are everywhere.
If you want to speak English fluently and naturally, you have to learn and use slang words in your conversations. As English learners, slang words can be quite confusing to understand and use. No doubt about it. So today, I'll be sharing 25 most popular slang words that you will hear in movies, TV shows, podcasts, you name it. I will be explaining each slang word in detail with examples so that you can use them confidently. Number 1, lit. This slang word means something that is exciting, fun, or cool. For example,
The party last night was lit. Number 2, sick. When something is very good or impressive, we use the slang word sick. For example, have you seen Sam's new car? It's sick. Number 3, bae. This is a slang term for significant other or boyfriend or girlfriend. For example, I am going on a date with my bae tonight. Number 4, kill. It's not to kill someone, alright? It means to do well on something. For example, she killed her audition. That's why she got the golden buzzer. Number 5, YOLO, an acronym for You Only Live Once, which means to live life to the fullest. For example, I'm going skydiving this weekend. YOLO. Yes. Number 6, lit AF. AF stands for as, and this slang word intensifies the meaning of lit. For example, last night's party was lit AF. You got it? Yeah. Number 7, hangry. This is a combination of the words hungry and angry, which describes the feeling of being irritable due to hunger. All right. For example, I am so hungry. Let's go get some food now. Number 8, lame. Used to describe something that is boring or uninteresting. For example, the movie we watched last night was so lame. Yeah, it was. Number 9, cringe. To feel very embarrassed or uncomfortable about something. For example, I cringed when I saw his video. Number 10, FOMO, an acronym for fear of missing out. Used when someone is anxious or worried about not being included in social events. For example, I have major FOMO, seeing all the pictures from the party I didn't attend. Oh, it's killing me. Number 11, savage. Savage used to describe someone who is fierce and unapologetic. For example, she is such a savage when it comes to business deals. Number 12, ghosted. This is a very good one. When someone suddenly stops communicating with another person without any explanation, it's called ghosting. For example, I thought we had a connection, but he ghosted me after our first date. Yeah, that's awful. Number 13, finesse. To do something with skills, especially in a tricky or complicated situation. For example, she always finds a way to finesse her way out of a difficult situation. Number 14, go off. When someone gets angry or loses their temper, we say that they went off, okay? For example, I was trying to talk to him calmly, but he went off and started yelling at me. That was rude. Number 15, cancelled. When someone is no longer relevant or accepted by the public due to their behavior, it's called cancelled. For example, after his controversial tweet, many people cancel them. Very common these days. Number 16, dope. Used to describe something that is cool, great, or awesome. For example, have you listened to Chris Brown's new song? Yeah, I have. It's dope. Number 17, slay. Used to describe someone who looks amazing or has done something well. For example, she slayed the runway during the fashion show. Number 18, tea. Gossip or juicy information about someone or something. For example, what's the tea about the new store manager? Have you heard anything? No, I haven't. Number 19, thirsty. It's used to describe someone who is desperate or overly eager. For example, he is so thirsty for attention, it's annoying. Number 20, Gucci. This slang word is used to mean good or great. For example, nice, everything's Gucci around here. Cool. Number 21, salty. Used to describe someone who is bitter or angry over trivial issues. For example, he's been really salty about the whole situation. Number 22, mood. When someone agrees or relates to something strongly, they say mood. For example, I'm so tired today, you might say mood, like you can relate. Number 23, thick. It's used to describe a woman who has a curvy body. For example, she is looking thick in that dress. Number 24, shook. used to describe someone who is surprised or shocked or impressed about something. All right. For example, the ending of the movie had me shook. Number 25, lit up. It's used to describe someone who has consumed alcohol or drugs. For example, he was completely lit up at the party. Phrasal verbs are commonly used in everyday English and can be tricky to master, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be able to use phrasal verbs like a native speaker. Before we dive into the list of phrasal verbs, let's make sure we understand what phrasal verbs are. Well, phrasal verbs are 2 or 3 word combinations that include a verb and a preposition. They are used to convey meanings that are different from the meanings of the individual words themselves. For example, get in means to enter. Get out means to exit. Break down. To break down means to stop working or to lose control of one's emotions. For example, my car broke down on the way to work this morning. Call off. To call off means to cancel something. For example, the meeting has been called off due to bad weather. Come across. To come across means to meet or find unexpectedly. For example, I came across an old friend at the store yesterday. Figure out. To figure out means to solve or understand something. For example, I haven't been able to figure out this math problem. Fill in. To fill in means to complete a form or to give missing information. For example, I need to fill in this application form. Get along. To get along means to have a good relationship or to be compatible with someone. For example, I get along well with my co-workers. Give up. To give up means to quit or stop doing something. For example, I gave up smoking last year. Hold on. To hold on means to wait or to stop for a moment. For example, please hold on while I transfer your call. Look after. To look after means to take care of someone or something. For example, my mom is looking after my dog while I'm on vacation. Look forward to. To look forward to means to anticipate or to be excited about something in the future. For example, I'm looking forward to my vacation next month. Look up. To look up means to search for something in a dictionary or on the internet. For example, I need to look up this word in the dictionary. Make up. To make up means to reconcile or to apologize after an argument or a disagreement. For example, they made up after their fight. Pick up. To pick up means to collect or to buy something. For example, I need to pick up some groceries before dinner. Put off. To put off means to delay or postpone something. For example, we decided to put off our vacation until next year. Put up with. To put up with means to tolerate or endure something unpleasant. For example, I don't know how she puts up with her noisy neighbors. Set up. To set up means to arrange or prepare something. For example, I need to set up an appointment with my doctor. Take off. To take off means to remove clothing or to leave quickly. For example, I need to take off my shoes before entering the house. Take over. To take over means to assume control or responsibility. For example, the new owner will take over the company next month. Tell off. To tell off means to scold or criticize someone. For example, my boss told me off for being late to work. Turn off. To turn off means to switch something off. For example, can you turn off the lights when you leave the room? Turn on. To turn on means to switch something on, the opposite of turn off. For example, I need to turn on the oven to bake the cookies. Wake up. To wake up means to stop sleeping or to awaken, right? For example, I need to wake up early for work tomorrow. Watch out. To watch out means to be careful or to look out for danger. For example, watch out, there's a car coming. Work out. I love this one. To work out means to exercise or to solve a problem. I work out at the gym 4 times a week. Write down. To write down means to record or to take notes. For example, I need to write down my teacher's instructions. 10 very important phrasal verbs in context through a story. This way, you'll remember them and use them in your conversations. At the end of the video, I'll go over the meaning of each phrasal verb in context. So stick around till the end. Let's get started. Once upon a time, in a town in the United States, a family decided to celebrate the holidays in a unique way. The Smiths had been planning this getaway for months. They were eager to relax, bond, and create lasting memories together. The day finally arrived, and the Smiths set off on their holiday adventure. They loaded up their minivan with luggage, snacks, and their trusty dog, Max. After hours on the road, they reached their destination, a picturesque cabin nestled in the mountains. The first thing they did was check in at the front desk. Once they settled into their cabin, Smiths decided to unwind. They kicked back on the porch and enjoyed the serene surroundings. As the sun began to set, they tucked into a delicious homemade meal of grilled burgers and hot dogs. The next morning, the Smiths woke up to the sound of birds chirping. It was a perfect day for hiking, so they laced up their boots and hit the trail. Along the way, they took in the breathtaking views of the mountains and enjoyed the fresh air. During their hike, they realized they had run out of water. Luckily, they found a stream and filled their water bottles. In the afternoon, they decided to hang out by the cabin's cozy fireplace and play board games. After a few days of relaxation, it was time to head back home. They packed up their things, said goodbye to the cabin, and hit the road. On the way back, they dropped off a care package at a local shelter to spread some holiday cheer to those in need. The Smiths returned from their holiday with hearts full of joy, having shared special moments, recharged, and strengthened their family bond. It was a holiday they would cherish and remember for years to come, thanks to the adventures and phrasal verbs that made it truly unforgettable. What an incredible adventure. Let's get to the phrasal verbs, shall we? Number 1, to set off, to begin a journey or trip. The day finally arrived and the Smiths set off on their holiday adventure. Number 2, to check in, to register or report one's arrival at a place such as a hotel. The first thing they did was check in at the front desk. Number 3, to kick back, to relax and release tension. They kicked back on the porch and enjoy the serene surroundings. Number 4, to tuck in, to eat heartily or with enthusiasm. As the sun began to set, they tucked into a delicious homemade meal of grilled burgers and hot dogs. Number 5, to wake up, to rouse from sleep or become alert. The next morning, the Smiths woke up to the sound of birds chirping. Number 6, to take in, to absorb or appreciate something visually, like scenery. Along the way, they took in the breathtaking views of the mountains and enjoy the fresh air. Number 7, to run out of, to deplete the supply of something and have none left. During their hike, they realized they had run out of water. Number 8, to hang out, to spend time in a casual or relaxed way. In the afternoon, they decided to hang out by the cabin's cozy fireplace and play board games. Number 9. To head back, to return or go in the direction of one's home. After a few days of relaxation, it was time to head back home. Number 10. To drop off, to deliver or to leave something or someone at a particular place. On the way back, they dropped off a care package at a local shelter to spread some holiday cheer to those in need. Call on, to ask or request someone to speak or participate. For example, the teacher called on me to answer the question. Number 3. Call out, to challenge or criticize someone or something publicly. For example, the protesters called out the government for its lack of action on climate change. Number 4. Call up, to telephone someone. For example, I'll call up my friend and see if she wants to come over for dinner. Number 5. Call for, to require or demand something, often in an urgent manner. For example, the situation calls for immediate action. Call out for, to express a strong desire or need for something. For example, after a long day at work, I often call out for pizza delivery. Number 7. Call back, to return a phone call or respond to someone at a later time. For example, I missed his call, so I need to call him back when I get the chance. Number 8. Call in, to request someone's presence or assistance, often by phone. For example, we had to call in a plumber to fix the leaky pipe. Number 9. Call off from, to take a day off from work or cancel plans because of illness or other reasons. For example, she had to call off from work because she was feeling unwell. Number 10. Call upon, to ask or request someone to do something. For example, the teacher called upon the students to present their projects. To come across. This means to find or encounter something or someone unexpectedly. For example, I came across an old photo while cleaning out my room. Number 2. To come along. This means to progress or develop. For example, how is your project coming along? Number 3. To come around. This means to change one's opinion or viewpoint or to regain consciousness. For example, he didn't agree at first, but eventually he came around to our way of thinking. Number 4. To come by. This means to obtain or acquire something, often by chance. For example, can you believe I came by this rare book at a garage sale? Number 5. To come down. This means to descend or lower or to reduce in severity. For example, the price of the product came down after the sale was announced. Number 6. To come forward. This means to volunteer or to offer help or information or oneself, yourself. For example, witnesses were urged to come forward with any information they might have. Number 7. To come in. This means to enter a place or become available. For example, please come in and make yourself at home. Number 8. To come off. This means to be successful or to happen as planned. For example, the event came off without a hitch. Number 9. To come out. This means to be published or made available to the public. For example, the new novel by the author will come out next month, or my new video on British slang is going to come out next month. Number 10, to come up with. This means to produce or to think of something, typically an idea or a plan. For example, she always manages to come up with creative solutions to our problems. To head out. This means to leave or depart from a place. For example, we're going to head out for dinner soon. Number 2, to head up. This means to be in charge of or to lead a group or a project. For example, Sarah will lead up the marketing campaign. Number 3, to head for. This means to move or go towards a particular place or direction. For example, we need to head for the exit before the concert ends. Number 4, to head back. This means to return to a previous place or situation. For example, let's head back to the office after lunch. Number 6, head on. This means to confront a situation or problem directly. For example, we need to be prepared to head on with the challenges ahead. Head into. This means to enter or move towards a particular area or situation. For example, we're going to head into town for some shopping. Number 7, head over. This means to go or move to a specific location or person. For example, I'll head over to your place after work. Number 8, head down. To lower one's head or to move downwards. For example, the workers headed down into the mine. To make up. It means to invent or fabricate a story, excuse, or explanation. For example, he made up an excuse for being late to the meeting. He made up an excuse for being late to the meeting. Number 2, to make out. This means to discern or understand something, especially when it's difficult to see or hear. For example, I couldn't make out what he was saying over the noise of the crowd. I couldn't make out what he was saying over the noise of the crowd. Number 3, to make off with. This means to steal or take something quickly. For example, the thief made off with all the cash from the register. The thief made off with all the cash from the register. Number 4, to make for. This means to head towards a destination or to contribute to a particular result. For example, let's make for the exit before the rush starts. Let's make for the exit before the rush starts. Number 5, to make over. This means to renovate or to remodel something. For example, they made over their kitchen with new appliances and countertops. They made over their kitchen with new appliances and countertops. Number 6, to make up for. This means to compensate for a deficiency or a mistake. For example, I'll work extra hours to make up for the time I took off last week. I'll work extra hours to make up for the time I took off last week. Number 7, to make up. This means to reconcile or to resolve a disagreement. For example, after their argument, they made up and became friends again. Are you ready to learn 9 very useful and essential phrasal verbs with Phil and take your English to the next level and sound more natural and fluent when you speak? All right, let's go. Number 1, fill up. To make something full or to become full. For example, I am going to fill up the bucket with water. Number 2, fill in. To provide information or details, often on a form or in a document. For example, please fill in your name and address on the registration form. Number 3, fill out. It means to complete a form or document by adding necessary information. For example, make sure to fill out all the required fields on the job application. Number 4, fill with. To become full of something, or to cause something to become full. The classroom filled with excitement as the students prepared for the field trip. Number 5, fill in for. To take someone's place temporarily, especially in a role or position. For example, I'll need you to fill in for me at the reception desk while I'm on lunch break. Number 6, fill out someone's shoes. To take over someone else's responsibilities or role. For example, it will be challenging to fill out the manager's shoes when she retires. Number 7, to fill in on. To provide someone with information about something they missed. For example, can you fill me in on what happened at the meeting while I was away? Number 8, fill someone up. To provide someone with enough food or drink to satisfy their hunger or thirst. For example, the chef filled us up with a delicious meal. Fill up on. To drink or eat until you're full. For example, don't fill up on snacks before dinner. You won't have room for the main course. Hi, do you want to sound more fluent and natural in English? Phrasal verbs are the secret. They're everywhere in daily conversations, and mastering them will help you understand and speak English like a pro. Today, I'm sharing 10 must-known phrasal verbs that you can use every day. And guess what? You'll hear them probably every day as well. Number 1, wake up. This means to stop sleeping and become awake. When you're sleeping, then you open your eyes, you wake up, all right? So for example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Hey, what time do you wake up on weekends? Around 9 a.m. But sometimes I sleep in, I must confess. Number 2, get up. This means to get out of bed after waking up. This is not the same as wake up. This is when you get out of bed, all right? For example, I don't want to get up. It's so warm in here. I like it. Why aren't you getting up? 5 more minutes, please. So nice in here. Number 3, put on. This means to wear clothing or accessories, right? When you put your clothes on. For example, don't forget to put on your jacket. It's cold outside. Are you ready? Almost. I just need to put on my shoes. Put on your shoes. Don't go outside without putting on your shoes. Take off. This means to remove your clothes or accessories, right? Put on, take off. For example, please take off your shoes before entering the house. Why are you taking off your jacket? Well, it's warm in here. I don't need to have it on. Number 5, to run out of. This means to use up all of something. For example, we ran out of milk. Can you grab some from the store? Sure can. Why can't I make coffee? We ran out of coffee beans. Number 6, to pick up. This means to collect or retrieve something or someone from a place or something like that. For example, can you pick up the kids from school today? Can you please, pretty please? Hey, where's the pizza? I'll pick it up on my way home. Number 7, drop off. This means to take someone or something to a specific place. You take them from somewhere and drop them off somewhere. For example, I'll drop you off at the station before work. Can you drop me off at the mall? Sure, I'll be ready in 10 minutes. 8, turn on. This means to activate or switch on a device. For example, can you turn on the lights? It's so dark in here. I can't see properly, so dark. Why isn't the TV working? Did you turn it on properly? Did you? Number 9, turn off. This is the opposite of turn on. Turn on, activate or switch on. Turn off, switch off, to deactivate, switch off a device. Okay? For example, don't forget to turn off the stove after cooking. Dangerous. Why is the fan still working? Oops, I forgot to turn it off. Number 10, look after. This means to take care of someone or something. For example, can you look after my dog while I'm away? Please, pretty please. Who's going to look after the plants during your vacation? Who? My neighbor will help out. I've already talked to him. Awesome. Phrasal verbs make your English sound more natural and help you understand native speakers better. Which of these phrasal verbs do you already use? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to practice them in your daily conversations.